Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would do a little get ready with me. I'm going on a date tonight. We're going out for dinner and drinks, which should be fun. Hopefully it goes well. So I thought I'd film a little sit down video with you guys because I rarely sit down and like just talk to the camera anymore. I thought this would be a fun way for me to like get ready with you guys, do a little girl talk, talk about dating in college while I do my makeup and stuff. And you guys can see my makeup routine and like all of that stuff. I don't know, I think these videos are cute and I've seen people do them on like TikTok and stuff. So I thought I would do one on here. Not gonna go into the details of who I'm seeing tonight. I'm not in a relationship now. That's all I'm gonna say. Dinner is at 7:30. It's currently 5:15. I need to leave here at 7. So normally I usually take like an hour to get ready, but considering the fact that I'm filming, I'm getting ready earlier. Sorry about the lighting fluctuating. The weather's kind of weird today. It's like cloudy, but then occasionally there'll be like really bright sunlight. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm not gonna wash my hair because I washed it yesterday. I usually like second day hair better anyways. But I'm gonna go wash my body because I want to like feel fresh. And then I'm gonna get started on my makeup and then we'll do my hair and my outfit. I hope you guys like this video and let's get straight into it. Okay, I'm out of the shower. I just changed into a clean tank top. I feel like I always wear this shirt. It's a great classic though. I feel like it cinches me nicely. It's flattering. Anyways, I'm gonna start doing my makeup in a second, but before I start doing that, I do want to say a quick thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know what Scentbird is, they are a fragrance subscription service. You pay $17 a month, and for that you get to try a new designer perfume every month. So basically whenever you get a perfume, you'll get a little vial that looks like this. These are so nice. It comes with like a little glass one, and then you get a little case that can protect it, and they're so easy to just like put in your bag and carry around and reapply when you're out and on dates and stuff like that. And they're 8 times the size of like normal sample perfumes, so you actually get a decent amount of use out of them, so you can figure out if you really like it or not. Scentbird has a huge selection of different stuff, so you can pick from over 600 different designer brands of different perfumes that you want to try out, including Gucci, Versace, and basically anything you can think of. I personally love perfumes. I think they're so fun to experiment with, and you can give off like such a different vibe depending on what you normally gravitate towards or what you normally use. Also, perfumes and cologne just like make me feel so expensive and like romantic, which might be a little cliche, but I don't know. I love the concept of them. I personally got 4 different ones from Scentbird. The one that I was most excited to try is the Burberry Brit Sheer one. Every time you get a perfume, you get a little like card like this, and it gives you a description of the scent as well as the like most prominent smells. This one is definitely one of my favorites. The main smells are peony, yuzu, peach blossom, musk, and pineapple. Then we've got Room 1015 by Holly Rose, which I also really like. This one's definitely more of like a deep scent. The main smells are rose, blackcurrant, Tuscan leather, patchouli, and black pepper. So it's like a lot deeper than like the Burberry one, which is more like flowery. Then my third one is the Rebecca Minkoff one. This one's main smells are bergamot, tobacco, jasmine, karma floor, and patchouli essence. I hope I'm saying that right. And then the final one is Brown Girl Jane by Casablanca. And this one's main smells are cardamom, marshmallow, soft suede, vanilla orchid, and glowing amber. So yes, these are the 4 that I'm trying out at the moment. I'd say the one that I've been using the most so far is the Burberry one, but I think I'm gonna go with Room 1015 tonight because that one's like, I don't know, I feel like rose is more like romantic for a date. I don't know. Scentbird is newly available in Canada, which is super exciting. So if you guys would like to check it out, I highly recommend it. As always, you guys can use the code on the screen right now for a discount. Using this will get you 55% off of your first month, which I think is a really good deal. I'll have the links to the fragrances that I'm trying in the description box below, as well as just a link to the website so you guys can easily access everything. And yeah, let me know what you guys plan on trying out. With that being said, let's get started because I'm now running a little bit late. I can't believe the first 3 minutes of this video are gonna be me looking like a little baby without any makeup on. Makeup carrier comes out. Let's get started. I have to pin my bangs back so they're not in my face. I'm gonna put on a bit of moisturizer so that I can gua sha my face. I know a lot of people use like an oil or a serum to do this. I don't know if that's better or not, but I don't know, this is just what I do and it makes it like pretty smooth. Am I too high up on the screen? Like, should I be like down here? Move you guys a bit higher up. Yeah, I feel like that's better. Speaking of moisturizing, also I put this Bum Bum cream all over my body after I got out of the shower too. I just got this. It's like the little mini one. I'm hoping this lasts me a while because these are expensive. But my roommates had one for a while and I always wanted to get my own and just recently got it. So I'm very excited about that. I figured while I do my makeup, I could talk to you guys about my dating experience in college. I like to keep that part of my life relatively private, especially if I was seeing someone. I'm not in a relationship now, but I think if I was, it would take a long time for me to like show them on here, because I think like, I don't know, it becomes weird when like other people are invested in your relationship and like ask you about it and whatnot, especially in early stages. So because I do like to keep things a little bit more private, probably not gonna go into like specific situations that I've been, but I want to talk to you guys about how I've been feeling about it and stuff, because I don't know, dating in college can be hard but can also be a lot of fun, and I feel like it's the first time you're kind of exposed to the real dating world, because I mean, lots of people date in high school, but I feel like it's completely different when you get to a setting where you no longer have your like parents involved and like, I don't know, you're on your own and like you get a lot more like independence and freedom with it. I feel like I've gone through like literally all the different stages of dating in my time here, except for being in a relationship. So there's that. When I first got to university, I was so excited to be able to be independent. And dating definitely like played into that a little bit. Had a couple different experiences, but I was very like sure that I didn't want anything that I wanted to commit to, especially because I only got here second semester first year because of COVID and stuff. So as a result of that, committing to anything and then having to do long distance over summer like just didn't make sense. For the first 2 years of university, I definitely was the type of person who like always had something going on with a guy, and I don't know whether or not it was serious, if I was talking to them, if it was more casual, whatever. I feel like there's always something going on. I don't know, I think it's so fun. I met so many different people that came from so many different backgrounds, who had so many different characteristics and stuff, and I just like got to explore a little bit more what I wanted out of dating and what I liked and didn't like out of people. And that's one of my favorite things about being single, because the more people you meet, the more you'll be able to discern what really suits you and what really doesn't, and I don't know, you get to know yourself so much better. And I think it's so interesting to like look back and be like, oh my god, baby Hannah, like, I don't know. But along with dating a lot, it can also become really easy to become wrapped up in that type of stuff. And as much as it can be fun, I think it's also important you always maintain a balance. I definitely enjoy dating, but there has been a period in university where I felt like I was talking to people just for them to like provide me some sort of validation or like excitement in my life, which also wasn't healthy. I think navigating that can be a little bit difficult in university, especially when it comes to being introduced to things like hookup culture and stuff like that for the first time, which a lot of people will probably not have as much experience with coming straight out of high school. I'd say there was definitely a point in time where I became a little bit too dependent on male validation and all of that type of stuff, and I feel like that's a natural part of also being single and like meeting a lot of different people at once. So as a result of that, I also decided to take a bit of a step back and initially trying to deprioritize dating was a little bit difficult. My friends around me were also dating and hooking up with people and stuff like that, and I felt like lame for not having something going on in my love life all the time anymore. I feel like that was something that was a little bit difficult for me to navigate, because people around you are also usually constantly dating people and stuff like that, and for me, I felt like I wasn't getting what I wanted out of it, and I knew I didn't want to prioritize it, but I also felt like lame for not wanting to like date around as much, or being like, oh, if I meet someone, I don't want to meet them while I'm out anymore and stuff like that. But I've also come to realize that like, just because you take a couple months off dating doesn't mean that that is who you are as a person, and it can honestly be so much better for you if you really take that time for yourself to figure out who you are and kind of like rebalance to the point where you don't need someone to keep you entertained all the time. When it comes to doing advice videos, I feel like I always get questions from you guys about how to deal with all of your friends being in relationships, and I could never really relate. I was always like, oh, like, I don't know, I love being single, so like, I feel like I felt like I couldn't really relate. But as of recently, all of my roommates are now in relationships and have been for the past few months, so I definitely got that experience now too. I was used to like 2 out of 4 of us being in relationships for so long, and that was like the perfect balance because 2 of us could go out and like do our single girl shit and whatever. But then having the 3rd one get into a relationship was a little bit strange for me to adjust to, especially when it came to doing like group things and stuff. Like every time we'd plan something and the boyfriends were invited, I felt like I was the only one who was single, and I was like, oh god, this sucks. And it definitely, like, I've never felt the need to like be in a relationship. I feel like compared to a lot of different people, I very much enjoy being independent and like not having to rely on anyone and like being able to do what I want. The first 2 months of dealing with that were definitely a little bit weird because you no longer have that like single person buffer with you where you're kind of like doing the same things and in the same routine, because at the end of the day when people get into relationships their routines change a lot, and I had a lot more nights where I'd be here by myself and things like that, I guess. And of course when you're single, every now and then you'll see like couples videos and stuff and you think to yourself like, oh, it would be so nice to be in a relationship, like whatever, and everyone gets that. But I think like a couple months ago was the first time in my life where I like was like, oh, being in a relationship would be easier right now. Feeling like you need to be in a relationship or feeling like life would be easier if you were in one or whatever is one of the weirdest feelings ever. I hated it. Over time, I feel like I adjusted. I learned how to deal with it a little bit better. Spent more time by myself again, which is always nice. You get to know yourself better. I was working out more, putting more effort into myself and all of that stuff. And if anything, I feel like I benefit from the boyfriends now because whenever they come over and they cook a meal, there's always leftovers for me to eat. Or last night, one of my roommate's boyfriends came over and he brought donuts for everyone, and it was the most amazing thing. So I feel like I'm getting the perks without having to deal with the bad things sometimes too, which is fun. So yeah, if you're dealing with something like that, it definitely changes the dynamic of things a little bit sometimes, but you can also find such fun ways to enjoy it. And I feel like you have built-in like guy best friends who are coming over all the time too, which is really fun. In the long run, it's helped me because I ended up pushing myself to get out of the house more. Like I also didn't want to be relying on my roommates too much. And I started hanging out more with my other single friends, and we'd go out and do things, all of that type of stuff. So you always gotta find the best in the situation. I also really like being in a house where like people are in and out all the time. So like having people coming in and like new stories and stuff like that is also really fun. Is that a good wing? I have no idea. Oh, my camera's dying. Okay, wait, I'm rambling too much. I'm gonna do a little bit of my makeup off camera. Okay, hello guys, I'm back. I put on mascara. I usually like to do like 2 little falsies on my outer corners, so I applied those, and then I have lip liner on. I put on the tiniest bit of gloss. I usually like the Too Faced like lip plumping one, but I can't find it. I don't know where I put it, so I'm using this Buxom one. Also, I lost the right side of my second earring today, so I currently only have one in. Don't mind that. Final spritz. Okay, I'm still good on time, so yay. Now, time to do my hair. I put on a little bit of like this heat protectant oil into my hair before I start. I'm so happy I finally found a good routine of how I like doing my hair. My recent bang cut was so nice. It like makes it so much more low maintenance, and I feel like they sit exactly the way I want them to. With that being said though, I do still like styling it a little bit because the texture of my hair is a bit weird and like inconsistent sometimes, where like the bottom layer curls a bit more. So I like going over it with a straightener and just like smoothing that out a bit. Just helps like defrizz and stuff, which I like. The thing with lashes and bangs is the second they like touch each other, the lash like, okay, I think it's fine. Okay, we're good. Anyways, to conclude my talk about dating, which I just rambled about for like 45 minutes, dating is supposed to be there for you to have a fun time. It's such a fun way to get to know yourself, and it can be amazing if you meet the right person and you get into something, but there's also no pressure to do that. And I don't know, I think college can be a bit weird. You'll get into situations that will teach you a lot about yourself and what you feel comfortable with, and there is a little bit of like hookup culture and all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, you don't have to participate in any of that if you don't personally feel comfortable with that, and that is totally fine. It's a weird thing to navigate. Everyone has different experiences, but at the end of the day, they're gonna teach you so much about yourself and what it is that you're looking for and who that perfect person is gonna be for you at some day. Or if you don't even want that, then how to have fun with it. I kind of like my hair like this. It's kind of cute. Oh, but I want to straighten the rest of it. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm doing good on time. I have like 20 minutes to go till I need to leave. And all I need to do is straighten my hair and get changed. I have an outfit in mind, so I'm just really hoping it looks good on. Oh my god, cute. Okay, I think I'm about done with my hair. It doesn't look super different, but I just feel like it always like looks more like sleek and like makes me look a little bit more elegant like this. The length is a little bit weird at the moment because it's been growing out from my like shorter cut. So I think I'm gonna need to go back and like get it layered a little bit as it grows out. But I do really like this vibe. Yay! I feel like I just went through a therapy session while doing my makeup, but it was kind of fun. I need to leave in 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go pick out an outfit. All of these clothes in the background. Okay, it's getting dark and I have to run out, but this is the final outfit. I love this top. It's like flattering in all the right places without like being too out there or anything. Pants are thrifted, like Calvin Klein business pants, and then I'm wearing my boots from Aloha's. And then purse, I'm gonna take this one, I think. Yeah, I think that's cute. I feel like I was so focused on filming this video that I forgot that I'm actually going out for dinner now. A little bit nervous, but I think it's gonna be good. I feel good, and that's the first step. Maybe I'll do a shot before I go. Calm my nerves. Anyways, I'm actually gonna put you down here. I really don't like that I can see myself. This was fun to film. I feel like it was nice to just like sit down and chill and chat. And I like feel more relaxed. I feel like this was good. I got all of my like energy out before I show up tonight. Oh, I need to fix my earring situation. I don't know if I have time. Whatever, it's gonna be fun. Final touch before I leave is a bit of perfume. I love this smell, it's so nice. The one I'm using tonight is the Room 1015 Holly Rose. It smells so good. The aftermath on my desk right now is scary. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm gonna call the Uber now. Wish me luck. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.